Hello, guys. Welcome back to Movie Time. I'm your host, Jeff, and today we have a movie review for you guys. Actually, it's anime. And yes, I do partake in anime, such as One Piece, Bleach, and other phenomenal Rurouni Kenshin, Yu Yu Hakusho, right? Superb quality like Godzilla on Netflix 1, 2, and 3, which is phenomenal series, by the way. I'm gonna have to do a review, let you guys know about that. But today on the docket we have Gundam Wing, Mobile Suit Gundam, not Gundam Wing, I'm sorry, Mobile Suit Gundam Hathaway. Just recently came out on Netflix by the production Sunrise company in Japan. So it is Japanese. You can, I believe, have the option to switch to English, but of course I watch it in sub. That is the only way to watch anime, okay? Hear me out. I'll give you a reason why. It's more immersive when you got to read it, but I understand some people can't, go back and forth between what's really going on the screen and everything. So I get that dilemma. But yes, dive into it today. On the movie, we have Hathaway Noah, who is a young man in a group of insurgency, and he is the leader of the whole pack of, I guess, Mafti, and you see him come in front of the curtain, really diving into the streets of the civil disorder between the Earth Federation and his insurgency, trying to dispel that whole federation and what it is doing to the Earth and the colonies outside of the Earth in space, right? And so he runs into a human dilemma, which is a mysterious woman and this new commander who's over this fleet, I guess, near Australia, and he has to overcome these obstacles, right? So it's a nice, fresh take. Apparently, this is the first film out of 3 that are going to be happening, and I'm really looking forward to the other 2, and so I'll have to really pin this down and follow it. That way I can update you guys when it's coming out and the other news regarding if you want to know more. So, but let's get into it. This is spoilers, okay? Because it is out, it is available for you to watch, and so the animation is clean. It is clean all the way through. Okay, it's the style is, I don't want to say artistic like Violet Evergarden, but it has some of that style to it a little bit on the background wise. But as far as like when objects are in motion, it has that crystal clear crispness, kind of like Flavor of Youth, which is also an animation movie as well. So that kind of art style, that's what you're going to be getting. I believe it's 4K, and the cinematography is really, really superb. The characters are really well written too, especially the commander. You really get his perspective and the mystery behind him when you first meet him on this plane, which is where he also met the protagonist of the film, Hathaway Noah, who goes under the alias Mafti, which is part of leading the insurgency group fighting the Earth Federation, on this plane where other delegates of the Federation are all there on the plane. Is being hijacked by his insurgency, which is not really his insurgency, right? And that's where he also meets this mysterious woman, right, who apparently is really young, but IQ off the charts to really figure out who he really is, right? Somehow. But they leave enough mystery there to where you really don't know the plight and struggle of the protagonist, the mysterious woman. There's enough mysteries there to keep you intertwined, intrigued a little bit. And the commander is pretty basic. He believes he's on the right side of things, and his motives are very clear from a militaristic point of view and everything. So as they're going forward, his identity is revealed or is made known to this mysterious woman. So he has to get close to this woman, make sure she doesn't tell anybody who he really is, because she also gets close to this commander guy who also takes her out on a date and everything. But he has to go through his plans. And in the midst of going through his plans to combat the Earth Federation, these hunters, I believe they're called, and these Gundams that are really oppressing people in certain parts of the globe, right? And I guess in colonies in space. I'm not too for sure. That really wasn't made clear. But apparently, there's a movie called Char's Counterattack, Mobile Suit Gundam, that you can check out too to get a clear context view of really what's going on, right? And so him, Hathaway Noah, is really seeing what's it like on the ground about the people really like, hey, these guys are, they're doing more harm than good, right? So his moral conviction and compass is tested because he's really seeing firsthand with the people whom he's claiming to fight for, which is getting people off Earth into space because there won't be enough green vegetation much longer. So that's what he's envisioning, and that's his vision for humanity as a whole, for survival, pretty much. And so I get that, right? That makes sense, right? For his, for his morality, I guess, and going with what he's doing and everything. And then he also sees from the point of view, from the militaristic point of view, from the commander, about his dilemma, about the delegates in the Federation, but you really don't get to see too much of them and everything. But it's really mostly a grounded approach, just on a day-to-day basis of what he has to go through, the obstacles he has to overcome, and just normal people. Him really being really on the front lines and really on the ground outside of a mobile suit, right, Gundam. And so it's really enthralling. It's gripping. And there's one scene in particular, because it's a lot of character development too. If you don't like that, that's okay, but it's worth the wait because you're going to get a POV of what it's really like to encounter. You got these two big mobile suits, right, just clashing. And so he planned this attack to hit where he's staying at in this hotel with the other delegates to the Federation to really knock them out. And so then they start attacking this place, and then it starts from the sky, and it goes down to this downtown area where you're really seeing it from the POV, point of view, from the civilians, in his point of view. And he also has to keep this mysterious woman alive too, because for some reason he keeps her alive, because he feels like this is a problem that I have to resolve. I have to make sure that nothing really happens, because she's also high up on the chain to some diplomat or something like that. So, tea time, by the way. This is chai tea, by the way. Oh, so good. And so Gathaway, or Gauman is his character's name, who's in the mobile suit fighting two other mobile suits, right? And you just see just clashing and the destruction and just missiles flying in, all from the point of view of ants, really. And you looking up and you seeing these two things just clash. You got the sword coming out, right? I love Gundam Wing. I love Gundam Wing. I love mobile suit anime shows. So this perspective was totally different, because usually you're seeing like a third person point of view that's really scoped out, and you're really coming in around, you're seeing the fight, but never from the point of view of just like the civilians, you know what I'm saying? And so this is really what you see. It's real grounded, and it lasts for I think 10 minutes or so, and it's really good. And of course they lose that battle because they were tipped off, or the commander's really smart too as well, and so he can't fight in this battle too as well, because the commander will figure out his identity too as well, and because he's just this woman that got in the way too as well. And so the best I can give you is Rogue One, Star Wars Rogue. I think it's Rogue One, when the big AT like crawler thing came out and stomped. You're seeing it from the point of view of them. Dude, that's exactly what you're getting here, but animation style. So it's a lot more epic. The music is really exceptional. It's really good. The only plight I have with this, or the issue I have with this thing, is the ending, the last big battle between his Gundam suit, which is just in space, and then that space scene between him in space getting to the capsule is really good. The production team did a really good job of capturing space in itself. It's a little bit more feared than it being normal in other mobile suit genres. And so then it gets it, the battle scene Wasn't really all that impressive towards the ending, but the ending, I think the ending really, or the whole story was really following Hathaway, Noah, and more so than the climactic battle at the end. That really wasn't. The battles really weren't so much the important of the film. Mostly his journey on that time period doing that mission and what he encounters, and if because for a second there I thought he was going to go to the militaristic side and switch over. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't. So it's on Netflix. Check it out. Always hit that like, comment, and sub to the channel, guys. Let's get to 100. Okay? Sub to the channel. All right, guys. See you next time.